Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to another installment of the TFR Motivation Monday Zoom call. We are Dr. Dondi and Marcy Nettles. Super excited to have you tonight. And we are very, very honored to have an amazing special guest. But we've got some great content to give you, just some special announcements to give you before we let us prepare you for this before we unleash the fury in a very good way of our special guest, because he comes guns blazing. So this is the time while we're going through the normal announcements every week to get your pens, get your paper, get multiple books in case the papers burn up, and get multiple pens in case you run out of ink, and multiple pens or paper. Okay. You know what I'm trying to say. I can't even talk. I'm so excited.
Or just watch this over and over and over again, because we do record these calls, and you can go to the Team Freedom Reigns YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe so you're notified every single time that we upload new content, okay? So if you just need to go listen to it again, go do that, okay?
Again and again.
And again and again. And by the way, he was one of the most amazing presenters that we had on one of our Success Mastery trainings that LifeVantage is bringing to us every single Saturday. Which Saturdays?
Every
Saturdays, at least for the next 5 weeks. We have 5 more weeks of this at least at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Make sure that you check your emails and also the Facebook pages. They do post the links there, but you're going to get all kinds of amazing education on products, skills, calls to action, as well as success stories. And I got to tell you, Dr. Brian Dixon has just been
freaking his A game.
Amazing. So this is very much like a mini elite academy, because they can house 3,000 people now on these Zoom calls. So make sure that you're joining in. Amazing opportunity.
Absolutely. And we've got October 22nd through the 24th, and we are just claiming it as it's going to happen, because it is. And that is, remember we keep saying, we're going to turn Sin City into Win City. Woo-hoo! When we have our annual convention, October 22nd through the 24th in Las Vegas, Nevada, 2020. The ticket price right now, the registration price, and remember, pre-registration is your commitment to being there. And everybody who shows up in your car with you is going to be there too. So get as many people pre-registered as possible. It's $199 now. Make it happen. Put it on your calendar and commit.
And many of you are asking, it's like, well, are we even going to be able to go? It's like, yes, we're going to be able to go. Come on. We will be in Vegas in October. All right. Now, the thing about this as well is that if you want to go up, you got to show up. And convention is going to be where we're all going to be at. Not to mention, our company has shown up so big in these times for us that we need to show up big for them by pre-registering, because that gives them the best opportunity to set this up for the best for you. And Road to Convention promotion helps you do that as well. Just by business building activities and enrolling new business partners, checking out customers, rank advancing, helping your personally enrolled distributors rank advance, you're going to earn points. And this is the first promotion ever that everybody can participate in. So make sure that you get to work, and part of the call today is going to be very helpful with that.
Absolutely. And then this is the third month that we've had this monthly marketing playbook. So in this month that we're highlighting specifically our physique prebiotic and our probio products, gut health, microbiome, as you just heard Pastor keep talking about our church, Dr. Brian Dixon, this past Saturday on our Success Mastery training, how unbelievably he went into the what we would previously call a symbiotic relationship, but how we absolutely need to have our microbiome, our gut flora working properly, and with our prebiotic and our probio products leading the way, it is absolutely imperative that we take that step. But unbelievable what this whole platform is, the monthly marketing playbook with shareables, with content, podcast episodes, blog posts, and actually, you're going to see on the next slide, an entire strategy on how to use these amazing materials that corporate has put out for us.
And by the way, the products of the month are perfect for right now with what's going on in the world. And to be completely compliant, ProBio is one of our only 2 products that we can actually say helps to promote and support a healthy immune system. Okay. So it's a big deal this month. Utilize this tool. And if you're not quite sure what to do on social media, we've got this amazing calendar that will step you through it day by day. It's not all products. It's not all about the company and opportunity. This gives you some really fun things that you can post about on different days as well, which, by the way, did you know, what is it? It's National
Public Health Week starting today.
Yeah. So you could go out and you could post something about that, right? So use this social media calendar that you can find at the playbook. Just download it, print it out, and use it as a guide.
And we've got new, this is the second month, our brand new teamfreedomreigns.com website where we got a 1, 2, 3 system. Go to start here, download and print the Launch Strong guide, which we actually included. Thank you, Kim and Chelsea, for the example of the the weekly business tracking activity tracker. So as you can see right there on the screen, it's got a copy of that, but download that, get going, and use teamfreedomreigns.com every single day.
Yeah, you'll be able to actually utilize this tracker with the topic tonight, and with all of your live opportunity overviews that you have to invite to. So keep in mind, we do 3 every single week. Many of the people that are part of our team also have additional ones that they're doing. Plus, corporate is doing one on Tuesday nights, right after the one that we do at 6 p.m. Pacific time, 7 Mountain time. But keep in mind, guys, that I don't know if you've noticed, there's a change to Zoom. Now, if it is a Zoom meeting that you are using, you are required to use a password now. So if you have a Zoom meeting, a password is required. If you're using Zoom webinar, like what we're using right now, and what that means is that only the presenters have their cameras on, so other people aren't just showing up, right? You still need to utilize the exact Zoom link that is shared with you for that Zoom webinar, so that you don't have any problems getting in, okay? And this is a safety issue, and I just have to share with you, I'm actually hats off to Zoom for acting so quickly, even though some of us really had some confusion and didn't quite know what was going on, but they are protecting the children that are being taught through Zoom now. There's actually Zoom rooms that teachers are using for kids to be educated. And unfortunately, anytime that there's good that happens, something bad can come in as well. And that's what people were using it for. They were coming in and very inappropriate material was being used when the cameras were on. So that's the difference between Zoom meetings. Meetings, everybody can have their camera on. Zoom webinar, it's just the presenters. So use the link to get into the LifeVantage opportunity overviews.
And now we are super excited to introduce our presenter this week on the TFR Motivation Monday Zoom with Master Pro 10 Seth Mulder, and perfect timing for the daily method of operation while we're under quarantine, because there's a lot of people whose lives have just been completely turned upside down. Kids are at home when they should be in school. Parents are at home when they should be working, or that's what their normal pattern is. And a lot of times what happens when you've got confusion is most people don't do anything, and they really don't know what to do in this quarantine time. So Marcy brought up a great idea. Let's reach out to Seth and invite him. And literally less than 15 minutes after the invitation, he came back with 3 words: I'm all in.
Love it.
Seth, thank you so much for always being there. And for those of you who don't know this man, let me just tell you this. He has been at the top of his game I met him a little over 11 years ago when he was at the top of another company, and then came here and repeated the same process. He's just one of those guys. He's the ultimate professional in being able to assimilate information and then turn around and teach and empower people with the information. And today he's going to show us just how amazing he is at that. So Seth, thank you so much for being here with us as our special guest.
Wow, thank you. I'm getting a little teary-eyed just listening. What an amazing, amazing intro. And I love you guys. Donnie, Marcy, thank you for being a light. I want to welcome every single person on this phone call, I should say this training tonight. Donnie, Marcy, I just texted you a question relevant to what I'm going to talk about. So if you just want to shoot me, I've got another little device here waiting for that. Can I just say at the beginning, you know, I've been really blessed, and I've been able to have 18 years of incredible ups and downs. By the way, ups and downs. Did I say downs? Roller coasters have downs and ups. If it doesn't have downs and ups, if it's just downs, it's not a roller coaster. It's just a cliff. Okay. So you want to have some of those ups. And yeah, I've had an incredible amount of success. I really don't think about it very often because I'm on the prowl. I'm on the hunt. I love those lions on the intro slide. I'm so on the hunt, and because I'm on the hunt, I am hungry. Now, being hungry and being fat and sassy are very different things. I'm so hungry right now, and as you're talking about it, I really don't think about and I should count my blessings. I'm here because God has blessed me, guys, and I've worked my freaking butt off, and I've had more down days than I have up days. I mean, it's just the way that it's been. And I just want to be real with you. I'm talking to a few of you right now who wonder, can I really do this thing? Right? Yeah, I see these amazing people. And yeah, you see amazing people as they are right now, where God has brought them and what they've been able to accomplish. But, you know, you should have known me when, right? You should have known me when. You should have known me when I said no in my heart 100 times to this opportunity because it scared me. You should have known me when maybe I had a spouse that really wasn't very supportive. You know, you should have known me when, oh, that network marketing thing you're doing, you're not really working. You're just going and rah and playing around with people. That's what you do well, right? You should have known me when I was about this close to quitting in the first, can you see that? This close? Can you see that? Let me get up the camera. This close, guys, to quitting. Because nobody would listen. I couldn't convince anybody, let alone myself, guys. The first 4 people I talked to in this industry, and I was so excited and scared, excited for the potential possibilities, excited to see 1 turn into 2 and 2 to 4 and 4 to 6, right? The whole exponential thing. I was like, wow, that would be just amazing, crazy. And my buddy Dan, no. My buddy Steve, no. My buddy Ryan, no. My buddy Mitt, no. I called somebody who I knew would say yes. My mother. And guys, my mom told me no. And I remember sitting in my home office and just wondering, do I really want to do this? Is it really worth it? I was really, really, really tied to wanting to be accepted. I grew up just wanting to be accepted. Hey, notice me, right? Am I good enough, right? And that's still a battle, by the way, that I still fight on a daily basis, even as a Master Pro 10, guys. Okay, secret confessions of a Master Pro 10. And I really thought about just literally. I was in my office. I had this rug sitting at my computer, my laptop, and I had this rug kind of on the computer. And I just kind of thought, rug on the floor. And I just thought, what if I just kind of lifted up that rug and swept this little network marketing failure under the rug? Only 5 people know, really, right? I've only, 5 people know. And my wife at the time said, don't talk to any of my family. Okay, I don't want you talking to anybody of them. So it was just a lot of questions, guys. And sometimes that question and confusion, I'm gonna kind of relate to darkness, meaning we don't necessarily which direction to go, right? And if you're in darkness right now and you just don't know where to go, I'm going to recommend that you just imagine yourself laying in bed. You're a little kid. You're looking out the window. You're scared of the dark. You don't want to be there. You're scared of the boogeyman or the monsters or whatever's going on, right? I used to think Dracula was in my closet when I was growing up. And just find one light. Maybe it's a light across the street. Maybe it's the television, that's creating light across the street. Maybe it's a star. But just find one piece of light. And when you start to focus on the light, even when your world is surrounded in darkness, and this is, yes, metaphorical for what we're going to talk about tonight in this whole quarantine and pandemic going around the world. But when you focus on the light, no matter how small it is, it will change your perspective. It'll change your hope. It'll change your direction and your directive. So that being said, I got a little mentoring right when I was about to quit, by the way. And by a stay-at-home mom. Oh, sorry, it's not. A mother with children who had flexible lifestyle choices. Oh, that's fun. And she was my mentor. And I called her and I just said, I don't know what to do. I'm about to, I just don't know what to do. And like great mentors, she listened. Like great mentors, she gave some direction, and like even better mentors, she challenged me to go do something, which was very uncomfortable for me. I accepted the challenge before I knew what she was going to challenge me to do. And then she gave me the challenge. I'm like, doggone it. I wish I would have vetted this out. I wish I would have said, well, what's the challenge before I just said, yes, I want the challenge. but I did. I wanted to succeed. And so I was willing to say, yeah, I'll go do it. But what do you want me to do? And she gave me the challenge, which was call one more person. I'm like, doggone it, girl, do you not listening to me right now? Nobody's listening. And, but I had accepted it. And now it's like, I got to do it. And so I did call one more person, but I called somebody back. She gave me a little training too, by the way. She listened, she stopped listening, she trained, and she challenged. And by the way, if you ever get, for those of you who are like, just, you get in this business and it's all about people, the good, the bad, the struggles, the ups, the downs, and sometimes we become full-time counselors, right? I'm talking to you people who might be leading a large number of people right now. Listen, stop listening, instruct, and then challenge. And I'll go one step further. Do it together. That's the next piece. But don't get drained. You don't want to get drained out, right? So she didn't get drained because she listened, stopped listening, taught me and challenged. I followed through on the training part that she gave me. I made one more call. Actually, I called the guy who first turned me down. Okay. I did make the call. I didn't call somebody brand new, but I called him. I followed her advice. And when I hung up that phone call, what had previously been a no from him was, I'll be at the meeting tonight. And I hung up that phone and I said, wait a second. If that's the case, I can follow this system. We'll be talking about that tonight, okay, in a few minutes. I'm just going to hit you with my DMO. But it changed my perspective. He ended up joining, actually. To me, it didn't really matter. At that point, it didn't matter because I know he's going to get the information, he's going to make a decision in, out, maybe later, whatever. I was good. If I could do that activity, I got a shot. I got a potential to continue walking down the road. And 1 year later, I was making the same amount of money that flexible mom upline was making. Did I just say she was doing yoga? She wasn't doing yoga. She wasn't that kind of flexible. She had time flexibility. I leveraged income. What she was making at that day that she told me what to do. 1 year later, I was making what number she was at. But now guess what? She was double or triple where I was because my leg, which was her small leg, became her monster leg. And that was my business. Totally changed me. Guys, if you're wondering what to do, if you're wondering if you can do it, if you're surrounded by darkness, pick a little piece of light, one piece of light about what I'm going to share, one piece of light about what Donnie and Marcy sharing. I mean, they're showering it down. Like it's like shooting stars. There's all kinds of light. And just hold on to that. Thank God. I really thank God. I thank her. Her name was Diane, for that chance and for that second chance. I didn't quit, even though I was scared to death of failing. And now 18 years later, I've had this incredible life-changing experience. And by the way, guys, the last time that I was think about quitting, but kind of like in the fetal position, it was like a year ago. Okay, maybe a year and a half ago. Master Pro 10 in the fetal position. It's a pretty decent paying job, right? Because not because I wasn't making money, but because I wasn't fulfilling my calling, because I wasn't making the impact I wanted to. So I just want to relate to you guys. I've been there. I'm done that. But more importantly, I'm doing that. If you're in the trenches right now, if you're going to join us in the trenches right now, then you got 3 people on this phone, all right, on this training right here. I'm looking at their 2 faces right now. We're in the trenches with you. Dirty boots. Dirty, dirty boots. I've got mud on my face every single day, and I'm going to share with you what I'm doing every single day, my DMO, daily method of operation. Okay, thanks for answering that. So what do you want? Here's what I want. I want to personally grow my business. I want to personally grow my business. That's the first step anyway. If you're pro 0, pro 1 plus 0, that's pro 10. If you're pro, it doesn't matter. To me, today, if I'm just going to be really brutally honest with you, the first wave of our growth in this company, which has been tremendous, we've made an impact, it's over. And it's now the next wave, which means it's all back to new stuff. Don't listen to me because I'm a Master Pro 10. If you choose to listen, listen because I'm in the trenches and I'm showing you where I'm going. And if I'm the only person, I know I'm not, But I said this 11 years ago, if I'm the only person in this room, if I'm the only person on this broadcast who's going to do this right now, I'm going to go make it successful. That's why I'm relevant. That's why you should, quote unquote, listen to me. Not because of my title. Titles are, again, irrelevant. When I started LifeVantage, my title, which was nothing, by the way, for months, nothing, was irrelevant. You didn't follow me because of my title, and people didn't listen. People didn't join because of my title. Okay? It's all irrelevant. We all get to go do that again. So Pro 10, Pro 0, I'm at the beginning again, guys. I'm going to go build it with a mobile first strategy this time, as opposed to a party first strategy, or a meeting first strategy, or a one-on-one first strategy. It is now a mobile first strategy. So I'm with you literally at ground zero. Okay. I want to personally grow my business. All right. Number one, the first thing that I do on a daily basis is I jumpstart. Okay. I jumpstart. I'm only going to share 4 things with you, by the way, today of my DMO, because I don't want it to be 17 things. Because how many of you are going to follow through on the 17 things, right? If you can do the 4, then maybe you can upgrade to 6 or 17, right? But I'm just going to give you the 4. And the first two are the most important, okay? So, jumpstart. What does that mean? I jumpstart conversations. Anybody, and I don't, if you got commentary, keep the commentary going, keep the conversations going, the questions going, because you've got some incredible leaders here who are going to be able to answer that and respond and kind of create continual training and address points of concern and question and opportunity. But any of you struggle with inviting? I just told you my story. I was seriously struggling with inviting. I've struggled with inviting for 17 years. I'm making 17 grand a month as a 27-year-old in this industry. I'm still struggling with inviting. Why? As Jim Rohn says, don't sign up for that class. We're not here to talk about that tonight. I don't know. You know, I'll go see a counselor or something. I don't know. But anyway, bottom line is I struggled with inviting. I struggled with wanting to invite. Now, I wasn't struggling with wanting to get to the end of the invite and get to recruiting and get to enrolling. Love it. But just it was, I just really struggled. And I really put myself through just a tremendous amount of guilt for so many days, contracted over so many weeks and months throughout my career, just because I felt like I'm never doing enough. I'm never doing enough. I'm never doing enough. And the beautiful thing about doing a DMO and setting some daily objectives is that when you've done that, you can feel good about you. Little boom, give me a little dopamine, baby. Little endorphin rush. Oh yeah, I'm going to do it. I did it. Now, did you do everything you possibly could? No, you never can. You can never do everything enough. As a parent, as a CEO, as a business owner, as a network marketer, you can't. You're never going to be able to do everything, but you can do enough. Does that make sense? So, man, I just beat myself up for years. Always under the pressure, So create a DMO and then check off the boxes and do it with heart and passion. And then let things happen. So jumpstart. Jumpstarting has absolutely transformed in the last 2 years, my inviting process. So here's what I do. And you can go back to Saturday before last where I taught people on that success mastery training how to do this. I'm going to give you the snippet today, but I've got a list of people I want to talk to. I keep that active, by the way. Write it down on a piece of paper. That's fine. Analog. You've got it as a note in your tablet or in your phone. But I keep a list. It's called LV Active Invite. These are the people I actively want to invite to LifeVantage or re-invite, guys. You know, if I got to come back to somebody, okay, no worries. I'm going to put them on there. And when I have that inspiration boom, I want to put that on there. The bigger, the better. Why? Because when I start running out of names, and things slow down. So go with me here. And I'm going to invite you to do this. Just look at your list and pick 3 people, okay? And then here's what I do. I send them, I've got a script doc that I use, and it's got 8 different options, okay? And I put these options on the training the other day. But it's simple stuff like, Dondi, You got a quick second for a business chat? Question mark, send, right? Dondi, is this still your number? Question mark, if I haven't talked to him in a while, right? Marcy's ignored 6 of my texts. For example, I'm like, Marcy, are you alive? Question mark, smiley face, right? And usually that'll, oh yeah, I am. It's just been so crazy, right? Stuff like that. Oh brother, Donnie, oh brother, where art thou? I've done that, right? I've just, these 8 little boom, 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 boom. I choose one depending on the situation, right? And I send it. That is to me a jump start. Quick blip. I don't like how are you, by the way, because how are you leads to 17 other things that you ought to follow up with. I'll do the how are you after, okay? These are really pointed. Are you at the office yet? Question mark. Are the kids driving you crazy at home yet? Question mark, right? I've got 8 that I use and that we promote in a script doc. But I get up in the morning, guys, and in the AM, and this feels so good to do this, I send out 10 texts, okay? If you got a list of 10 people, by the way, you can do that. You can set, and it literally takes 10 minutes or less. Could take 5 minutes because the names are there. There's no thinking because I know exactly what I'm going to say. And boom, 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 10 of those. That's my number. You don't have to do my number. You can go do 20 if you want. But I'm talking about I do this every day, 6 days a week. So 20 is not probably going to happen unless you've got a massive list and you're really, really, really going to be committed. Having said that, this last month, I didn't get it done every day. I probably dropped the ball 25% of the time. So pick a number that you're not going to drop the ball. My little commitment to you is this week, I'm not going to drop the ball. Today I did 10, okay? So I do that. Here's what happens if you jumpstart 10 conversations or attempt to. You're going to get 5 of those that respond back. Yeah, I'm at the office. Yeah, this is my number. Who's this? Hey, Dondi, Seth Mulder, how are you? I might say, hey, Dondi, Seth Mulder, been a long time, right? Question mark. Boom. And my whole intent with this is to move to step 1 fast, okay? I don't get into long, protracted conversations. But I'm just going to tell you, if you will do this, it has absolutely changed. It's like running downhill. Inviting used to be pulling a 1,000-pound weight uphill for me. And now inviting is easy. And dare I say, it's friggin' fun. It's fun every single day to send out 10 texts. Hey, how are you? Oh, no, Bob, sorry, not how are you? Hey, are you at the office? Hey, are you awake yet? Hey, are you asleep yet? Right? I did a block of this morning. I did my 10. I'm going to do a block tonight, 7 p.m. I'm mentoring a group of people here in 30 minutes, and I'm going to do another 10, right? Because I'm on a recruiting rampage, okay? Do this. If you do nothing else, you learn nothing else from my DMO but this. In the AM, because it feels so good to do it in the AM, by the way, because you're not sitting at 5 o'clock, at 6 o'clock, because I know you guys all do this. I really should be building my LifeVantage business, but I got kids who've got SpaghettiOs on their face. I really should be, 11 o'clock. Oh, I really should do, but my husband has SpaghettiOs on his belly. Oh, I really should be doing my LifeVantage business, but I really believe in cleaning up the dishes. You guys never did the dishes before, and now you want to build your business. You got the cleanest dishes on the street because it's hard. Do this, and it can absolutely change. You're going to jumpstart 10, turns into 5 conversations, turns into 3 good invitations, turns into 1 or 2, maybe 3 people. But I'm saying 1 or 2 people in your funnel, in your process, on a daily basis, 5 to 6 days a week. I'm going to tell you, mind-blowing, because most of you, 99% of you, not because 99% of network marketers are not doing that. I've learned this strategy, and that's the number one thing I could tell you, is jump start. My number is 10, okay? Take 5 if you want, and that's going to maybe get 1 in every day, every other day, but really, I'm doing 10. So that's my number 1 thing. I do 10. Second thing I do every day, I go into my follow-up process, okay? Because the jump start leads to step 1, right? Step 1 being product video. Am I correct? Okay. So the jump start leads to step 1. Okay. And so boom, every day I'm going to be bringing people into step 1. My second thing that I do every day is I'm going to work on following up steps 2 and 3, right? Which is business video and live opportunity, right? So what I'm going to do is first 15 minutes of my day, my business day, I'm going to send out those 10 text jumpstart. Then I'm going to block out some time. And if I can do it all at once, great. If I can't because I got to go to work or this or that, you can piecemeal it. But the first thing is the jump start. I'm just telling you, it'll change. It'll revolutionize your whole perspective about this business. You'll start thinking, man, why wasn't I doing this before? This is fun. Okay. Step 2, I'm going to go into follow-up, and I'm going to follow up with at least 5 people in my funnel. Okay. Right now, I'll tell you, I've got 100 in my funnel right now, actively. And when I say actively, they haven't said no yet. I've got over 125 people that I need to be following up with. But I just scroll every day and I get 5 to 10 of them, but no less than 5. And what am I doing? It's very simple. I look at their name and I say, where are they? What step of the process are they on? 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, how many process steps you have. Oh, they're in step 1. How do I help them get to step 2? And I just focus 3 minutes at a time, and I send that link, make that call, make that invitation, whatever it is. Next person. Oh, they're on step 2. We haven't talked for like 2 weeks. What's happened? I got to get them back. And now let me invite them to the next meeting. I'm literally just going to help them one by one make that step progress. Okay. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to in. Okay. I do that every single day. Okay. Number 3, attraction marketing. I do attraction marketing every day. So what I just told you is what I call action marketing. Man, I got to go out and build my business. But there's a part of my business where I just want to attract people. Social media, that's so critical. So every single day, you're going to find me doing 3 things. So number 1 was jumpstart. Number 2 was follow-up. Number 3, A, B, C. Okay? A. And by the way, all of these start with the letter C. So I call it the 3 C's of attraction marketing. It's the simplest social media strategy in the world. It might not be everything. You might not get 20,000 followers, by doing this strategy, but it is the foundation of every 20,000 follower owner social media marketer's strategy. C, number 1, is connect. I connect with people every day. 5 people. What do I mean by connect? Weren't we just jump starting and inviting people? Different set. That's action marketing. These people I'm already ready to invite. I have relationships, and boom, I'm going to work. This social media attraction marketing is about attracting people to you. So my connecting time is used to reach out to people who I don't have the relationships with. The people, if I look at a person, I'm like, oh, I'm going to connect with them. I'm ready to invite them to LifeVantage. Boom, they're not on my connect list. They're on my invite list, right? If I don't know what to say, I hardly know them if we're on social media, then I'm going to connect with them, right? If they've said no 10 times, but I still want to get them in the business at some point, I'm going to connect with those people. What does a connect look like? Bring value to their lives. What does it mean by bring value? If they didn't buy what I'm selling, am I still bringing them back value, right? In other words, I'm going to reach, and the simplest one, this is what I do 90% of the time, birthday wishes. My birthday wishes to people are connecting with them. I'm bringing them value just because, okay? I do that every single day. And that starts conversations. Awesome. Those conversations can lead to connections, which then guess what? The people that I connect with today, I might be inviting them next week because it's time. Does that make sense? That's how that's feeding that. So the first C is connect. Okay. Do that. Well, what if you don't wish people birthdays? Do it. By the way, my strategy, I wish people birthdays 2 days after their birthday. The hubbub 2 to 3 days. Facebook will hold it there for 3 days, by the way. Most of the time. Sometimes it deletes the 3rd day. So magic number, 2nd day. 2 days after their birthday, I go to all those notifications and boom, 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 boom. I do all my birthday wishes. Make it unique, make it special, make it stand out. People every single day. I can't tell you, like 4 people got back to me today and said, because it's for me and Stephanie, you and Stephanie rock. Wow, you made my day. This is the best birthday wish ever, right? Very, very simple. Okay. I connect every single day. What if you don't do birthday wishes? What if you're just scrolling through your phone? Reach out to your pastor and say, hey, I just wanted to say, I really appreciate what you said on Zoom over the pulpit on Sunday. It made an impact on my life. That's connecting. You need to get good at connecting because you are forbidden from recruiting during connecting. Forbidden. In other words, you're just going to get good at talking to people, connecting with people, interacting with people, listening, asking questions just for the fun of it. You know why most network marketers are good at talking to people about the business? Because they're good at talking to people, period. So it's a darn good training. Second C, commenting. Commenting or engaging in people's content, Okay. So every single day I'm going to go to Facebook stories or Instagram or Facebook, right? Combination of those. And I'm going to comment on posts. Now, here's what the comment does not look like. Imagine I see this cool picture, you know, my buddy and his daughter, and they're fishing. And here's what the amateur does. Like, nice pic, done. Nothing stands out, right? I don't even see most of those, right? I don't even check my likes. I don't have time to check my likes, okay? When who's liking. This is what it looks like. Oh my goodness, that is the stinking best fish ever. Congratulations to your daughter for the catch. Where are you? Question mark. With a love, a reaction, or a wow face. React with emotion, and then an engaging comment, and then if possible, and I don't always do this, but if possible, question mark, right? Where are you? Why? Because when you do question marks, people respond. Great questions result in great conversations, okay? Do that 5 times, 10 times a day, right? Every time you're stepping out of the room, whatever you're doing, pull that out, and you could do that in the nooks and crannies. You could connect, you could comment on 5, 10, 15, 20 people. I don't do a ton, guys. I don't have time to be fishing over the internet all the time, making comments. I don't. I might do 5 in the morning, I might be done, but at least I did my number and I can check my box. Now, secret millionaire secret. If there are people that you want to be recruiting, if they're like super influencers that you would love to bring, you know, to the table, start connecting with them and start commenting on their stuff. Okay? You will be on their radar so that now you have credibility. Okay? The third C, strive to do this every day, is content. You got to do content, guys. You got to do content. You got to do content. So funny thing, I am following up with a lady, doing my DMO. So I've told you jumpstart, follow up, and the 3 C's. Okay. I'm following up with a lady who's stuck in my funnel, right? Been stuck for a year, by the way, and just hasn't really progressed, hasn't watched anything else. I only know her through Facebook, by the way. I mean, it's super attraction marketing, you know, textbook. I reached out to her recently with a power re-invite, a massive power re-invite. And she responded and said, I'm a number 3, tell me more, Seth. I'm like, wow, that's great. Well, actually, I take that back. She didn't say, tell me more, Seth. She said, tell me more, Nacho. Nacho. Here's what's so powerful about that. I've been doing a Nacho Libre, if you've seen the movie. In Cancun, I won a Nacho mask. I earned a Nacho mask for being on the winning volleyball team, right? That was more than $500 to me, by the way. That mask is like a trophy. It's a serious trophy for me. So I'm doing 21 posts about Nacho Libre during this quarantine time. I started it before the quarantine, just to make people laugh, to make them smile. That's a gift from me to you. And I do all these different things, and people make comments. And I'm doing a giveaway, by the way. It's all attached to giving away samples and fun. You know, I'm trying to generate interest, attraction marketing. But the simple, funny thing of the matter is, she responded, a lady that I've not directly talked to for over a year and who's not engaged in my content. I didn't even know she was still following me, guys. And when I reach out to do my DMO and follow up with her and re-invite her, she says, yes, Nacho. And we have an appointment, by the way, Wednesday to, because she was still busy, but we set an appointment to follow up so I can tell her why, you know, we need to work together. My content, I had no idea that my content was actually reaching her. So 1, 2, 3, here's my 4th thing, okay? What I just gave you, by the way, 1 and 2 will make you an incredible recruiter, okay? You recruit people I'm doing this with, by the way, are telling me, Seth, I have a guy, Pro 5, Pro 6, he just said, I have been more effective. I've worked smarter and harder in the last 2 months than I have in 2 years. I have another lady who has been with us for 5 years, guys. She's not on my team, but she's following this strategy. She's always tried. She's gone to every single event but 1 in 5 years, okay? She said, Seth, I just closed out my best month ever in March. Best month ever. Personal recruiting. What you all want to do is just 2 things. You want to personally recruit like a pro, and you want to duplicate. That's all. That's it. Nothing else. End of conversation. I'm mic drop. I'm done, right? So number 1 and 2, jumpstart and follow up will help you personally recruit like a pro. Number 3 will lead into that because that's attraction marketing. Number 4 will help you duplicate. And that's what I'm going to give you right now. The thing that I do on a daily basis is I do power, what I call power sessions or power hours. This is how I mentor people. Okay. Give you an example. I hop on if I've got an hour, I hop on with a group and team of mine, and guess what we do? What I just told you. I get online and I DMO my daily method with my buddies, with my peeps in my team, small groups, right? It's fine. And I say, guys, everything I'm doing today, you can do personally, and you can duplicate this in your team. I'm giving them permission to outgrow me. You don't have to hang out on once you've been here and you've seen a couple of these things, you want to go do it by yourself with your team. Woo! Thank you, Lord. We just spawned off a training leader. And those of you who've done network marketing know, wow, when you can spawn off people who are doing and training, that's it. That's the mother load. So I do power sessions. Power hours. They last for 60 minutes. And we run through this entire thing, everything that I just showed you, all those activities. Okay. It's awesome. I've got some people who own businesses. They don't want to, they won't right now dedicate, they're super busy, the medical professionals or whatever. They won't take 60 minutes sitting down. So I do a power session with them, private mentoring for 15 minutes. What do you suppose I do during that 15 minutes? Number 1 and number 2. So I did this, and I'll close with this because I'm out of time. And so thank you so much for letting me share, guys. I have a gentleman in my business, in our business, part of our CEO family, 7 years, okay? He's been on the product. His wife's mainly been doing the business. He's been a very willing tag along. And he's gone to all these events, but he really hasn't gone out there to recruit, okay? He's kind of let his wife do that. And now he's like, dude, I did network marketing back in the day. I can do this. I want to do this. I don't want to miss this. I'm here now. Pick me. I said, okay, power session. He's like, what's a power session? I said, you just show up and I'll show you what we're going to do. 9:15 tomorrow morning, he's there. I said, just have a list of people to talk to. We get there 9:15. He's like, okay, what are we going to do? And I said, we're going to do the work. By the way, $1 million secret, mentoring is as much about, and especially in our industry. It's great, guys, when you can go mentor and just tell the world, think you're John Maxwell, right? And you're just going to tell people about it and they'll all go do it and read your books. Well, at our level, we're micro influencers, micro celebrities, micro influencers, starting from zero. You got to go pay your dues. And this is how you do it. You do it with people. Most people will not take your training and go duplicate it because it's scary. Because they're home with their spouse who isn't supportive, because they got 17 kids running around. All the neighbor kids are at their house, right? So here's the key. Power sessions and power hours are all about doing it together. So 9:15 he gets on. I said, great, you have your list? Yeah, I got my list. Here's what we're going to do. Here are your jumpstart options, those 8 little sayings. Choose one for this person. Okay, send it. Right now? Yeah, send it right now. I'll just hang on. Okay, I sent it. Awesome. Number 2. Pick a person, pick a saying, send it. Okay, great. Number 3, do another one. So I said, I'm just going to hang out here. And we got the first 5. He said, I did 5. Should I do another 5? I said, you betcha. And so I said, I'm just going to hang out here. I'm not going anywhere. And I'm just going to be here with you as you're doing that. Okay. Do you know that while he's doing that, I could be doing it myself? That's the power of this. I'm not taking all my time to just train. I'm actually recruiting them. I'm like a super recruiter, right? So we did that. First day, we did 10. And that was it. We were done. 15 minutes, first time. He did more, probably in 15 minutes than he had in 7 years, guys. Power session. Mentoring at its finest. We have an appointment tomorrow, 9:15, same time. Yes, absolutely. That day comes, I said, so what happened from yesterday? Well, these people responded and I followed your advice and I sent them the text and I sent them the link, right? The step 1 link. And I said, great, awesome. He's like, what's next? I said, we're going to reach out to 10 more. Okay, Seth. I said, I'm going to hang out right here. The amateur would have said, you do that, and we'll talk tomorrow, or do that. And then I've got to get on to something important. One of the reasons we don't mentor well is because we're afraid that people are going to fail. We're afraid for ourselves. We're not doing it, right? And so it's hard to ask them to do it. If you'll do this DMO that I'm sharing, you can mentor anybody, guys. You can mentor anybody as a Pro 0 and get to Pro 3 faster than you would have otherwise gone. So day 2 comes around, he does 10. Day 3, he does another 10. Day 4, he does another 10. And by the way, he's not getting a lot of people responding. I mean, it's not like great from the beginning. He's got like 20 people who said they watched links and nobody's watching them. It's like ultimate like face plant, right? He's stoked, guys. He is stoked because he's following a system. He's got handheld mentoring and he's doing more than he's ever done. So we start to get some no's. I start every day. I'm like, okay, here's what you need to do. You need to respond to those 10 who responded to you. Oh, yep, I've done that. Okay, great. Now we need to respond to these people who said, yes, I'll watch. He's like, yes, I'm doing that every single day. So I'm literally just walking through the steps, and he's a good student. He's doing it. And we get to the next day, and he's like, I can't talk this morning, but I've already sent out my 10. Boom. 2 have responded already, and I've got 15 follow-ups. Okay. Let me read you today. Let's see if it's on. Let me see if it's on this iPad, or if it's not. It's not. But I was going to read you today what he said. But today he sent me a message this morning. We didn't get to talk this morning. Okay. This has been going on for a couple of weeks now, by the way. He said, I've got 4 people who are going to sign up shortly. Now, I'll count them, guys. Hallelujah, when it really comes in, right? But still, the fact that he's having enough positive activity, and we're getting no's, by the way, as well. But he's having enough positive activity. He's like, I've got 4 people that are going to be signing up that are ready, that are just about ready to sign up. I'll give you a report on them. And I've sent out 10 new texts today. Boom. The power session led to somebody being totally independent. He's almost independently recruiting without me now. Okay. By the way, he's like 12 levels below me. Okay. And but I'm going to him because I have the closest relationship to him. So those are my 4 things, guys. DMO. This keeps me incredibly, incredibly busy. Jump starting every day, following up every day. Jumpstart 10, following up every day. The 3 C's of attraction, social media marketing, and then team mentoring. I'm not getting on tons of trainings. This training is going to help you go and do these things, but I'm not doing tons of trainings. I'm not on tons of Zooms just to, I am doing things that are going to give me direct results, either me personally recruiting pro or turning other people and duplicating personal recruiting pros. So should you be using the product every day? Given, absolutely. Should you be doing personal development every day? Yes. But you know what? One of the best personal development programs you could ever do is mastering something. You're going to learn more about yourself by doing this for 30 days than reading 17 books on leadership. Read 1 book on leadership, a few minutes each day. Apply it to what you're doing in these 4 DMO steps that can absolutely transform your business. Donnie, Marcy, back to you.
Wow, Seth, thank you so much. Incredible information. And I love the simplicity of it and the duplicated nature of it, and giving people that extra incentive and that confidence that the no's, when they come in and they're getting no's, it means they're taking action. And when the no's will eventually breed yeses. But thank you. That was very, very simple and very easy to follow. So thank you so much for taking the time.
I also love the way that you broke it down with the 3 C's and how that builds into 1 and 2, right? It's so simple. And I just love the way that you have kind of twisted it just slightly, but stayed the same from when I was on hours previously. So just, I love the way that as you see something working a little bit different, you're reviewing and then you're upgrading and running and doing it. So we appreciate you so very much, and your leadership. Saying yes so quickly. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. Because you just blessed our team so much. I mean, we've got so many messages on our team page that are just like, love this power session story. Thank you, Seth. Love the motivation, the training, and the products, and just it goes on and on and on. So we just appreciate you. Thank you. Anything else that you want to add in here?
Yeah, just thank you for being the consummate professional and the example of duplication in everything that you do, including family members. So thank you for blessing the world with everything that you do, and always being there when called upon. You're a tremendous servant leader, my friend, and we model ourselves after you. Thank you guys so much. And thanks, Stephanie, for allowing you to come on here.
Yes, and we know you have another as well.
That's all right. Yeah, it's busy at our house. I mean, this whole quarantine thing, I'm twice as busy as I ever have been. And I was already doing all these things, but this quarantine thing hit, and now I got people. There's a lot of other people who are willing to do these exact activities that I'm telling you. Those who have jobs, those who don't have jobs. I mean, we got a chance, guys, to really impact the world, to change the human condition, to challenge the status quo, and to change our lives. Okay, and so it's a pleasure to be in the trenches with you. God bless you. God is blessing us, but it's up to us to put the move into the movement.
Yes.
Amen.
Dirty boots. Thank you, my friend. God bless.
Thanks, guys.
Love you. Bye.